folks. We are here to say farewell to Nick. We've just done his farewell Eucharist, which was lovely. Thank you for that, and thank you, Julia, for your preaching. But we've got some gifts for you, of various kinds, from various localities around the benefice, and that's normal when you say farewell to someone, that you want to sort of give them a gift. But I understand that you've actually been very generous and thoughtful, and you've got gifts for us in our benefice, Nick. So I'm just going to hand over to Nick for a moment.
Thank you, Bob and Julia, you lovely people. I've deliberately not prepared anything to say because I wanted to speak from the heart to all you lovely, lovely people, and particularly to these two lovely people who have walked this remarkable road as I start my ministry with me. It's just going to be thank yous. And first and foremost, thank you, Julia, for being the world's best training environment. And I don't say that lightly. I know what my fellow curates feel about some of theirs, but I have been truly best. Julia, thank you from the bottom of my heart for being so patient and understanding of this crazy old curate, and teaching me so much, not least how to love your congregation, to listen to them and be guided by them, and that has been such a wonderful thing. Thank you also to my partner in crime so often, Bob. It has been so much fun. Not only have I learned so much from you as well, because I have learned so much from you, it has been great fun working together. Whether that's sleeping outside this wonderful and beautiful church, and listening to the foxes wake us in the more early hours, realise that both of us are complete numpties, having not switched the chimes off on the clock, so every hour throughout the night we listened to each hour counted off. The second night we switched it off. Enough said. Bob, thank you so much.
It's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure, Nick.
But turn to all you lovely folk, and I'm not going to mention any names because it'd be so unfair to mention any names. Thank you all on behalf of myself, Catherine, Ben, Tom and Jess, and that goes to Bob and Julia as well, for being the most wonderful congregation who welcomed us with the greatest love and generosity 3.5 years ago, over 1,000 days ago.
Goodness.
You can tell I woke up far too early this morning and started dwelling on some of these things.
That sounds like a prison sentence. 1,000 days.
1,000 days. No, to share so much has been a huge privilege. Thank you so much for all your love, your support, all that you've taught me, because not only have Bob and Julia taught me so much, you've taught me so much more as well. Not least for the love of God that you and I share. Thank you from the bottom of my heart as well. And it's not going to be goodbye. Farewell, I think, is accepting. Adieu from a naval perspective, because I'm only going to be just across the border. The next parish is across, which of course in the Church of England might as well be 150 miles away. But no, the Ham Hill villages share so many links with all of the parishes that you minister in, Bob and Julia. And I hope that we will be able to share ministry and crazy activity and different kinds of worship in the future years together. I've rambled on enough. I've got some presents. First of all, I have, which it tends to reflect my background and my upbringing, I have chosen an icon, one of my favourite icons. It's Christ the Teacher, or the Pantocrator, which I have trouble getting my tongue out. It's painted in the early Byzantine style by a lovely Greek icon painter. And I've chosen, Kath and I have chosen to give one of these to each of your lovely churches. as much as just to focus on our Lord, who teaches us so much and just asks us to follow his teaching. Maybe if you're comfortable, hanging it somewhere suitable to the right of the high altar is, I think, the right place.
We'll find the right place. We'll find a good place for them.
I will be presenting them with a card to church wardens just as a focus, and probably leaving them wrapped with Bob and Julia with a card from myself, Kath, and our lovely lot as a farewell and to remember us by. So I shall leave that on the altar. And these two don't get away from this. You get a sneak preview of these two are wonderful mums and dads to you lot at times. I have to say this, and they care and love you as much as parents do, I think. It is an icon of the Holy Family, which I think at Christmas, as we approach what might be a different Christmas, and it's not going to be anything but a wondrous Christmas, but I thought it was an icon that just reminds us how lucky we are to have the most wonderful of presents ever, our Lord Jesus, as he was born as one of us. And just seem to think that is appropriate to you.
Thank you, Nick.
Beautiful.
Thank you very much. It is really, really beautiful. Thank you.
So I've joked on enough, and before I run up, it's as much a sad day as an exciting day. Thank you so much again. God bless you.
Well, Nick, on behalf of all of our churches, thank you very much for those very generous and beautiful icon gifts. They'll be treasured, I know, and it'll be a way of just drawing our eye and drawing our minds back to you. So each time we see our Lord, we'll think of your time with us. And that's a good connection that I'm making there. So thank you on behalf of us all. So we've got presents. I mean, the ideal would have been that we could all have come together in at least 2 services today, and would be in the presence of lots of people who could say their farewells to you. I've got some things here which I'm going to sort of show to you and to the people watching, because this will be their chance to sort of see. And I won't actually hand them to you, but they'll sort of stay in my possession for now, and then I'll give them to you at the end. So we're a diverse group of churches, and there are some diverse presents from around the Benefice. Firstly, I should say that there are some that are going to catch you up, because they haven't actually arrived with us yet. And the first of those is a present from Merriott Church, which is a lovely pair of praying hands carved in olive wood from the Holy Land. This was grown and made in the Holy Land, and this might form a lovely focus in your new study over the other side there. But that's Merriott's present to you, and it'll come directly, as they say in Cornwall. So moving on to Hinton, in a similar sort of vein, we haven't got 4 candles.
4 candles.
We've got 2. And these are beautifully carved by John Studley in Hinton St George from the cherry tree that had to come down in the churchyard. So that cherry tree has been supplying the fire grates and log burners of Hinton St George over the last year. But this piece of wood was salvaged, and so now you have a lovely piece of Hinton St George to take with you. You probably can't see from this range, but they're just the most gorgeous, incredible craftsmanship and lovely, lovely pieces of wood. So those are from Hinton St George. I'll just put them down there.
Thank you, Hinton and John, for such beautiful, and Merriott as well. I can see I've got plans for a chapel at the vicarage over at Stoke. I think these these are going to be ideal for that, aren't they?
I should say that, of course, it's from the whole parish, so it's Hinton St George and Dinnington that those are a gift from.
Lovely.
Now,
thank you, Dinnington.
We've got some diverse things from Lopen. First of all, we have a couple of mugs for you. It says, I'm a Lopen mug. There's a couple of those for your coffees.
How very appropriate.
In your new rectory.
Oh.
We have a bottle of Lopen rosé wine. I won't unwrap it because that's going to keep it safe. I know that will go down well.
The ladies in my household love rosé.
Excellent. We're into a winner there.
That's probably been passed on, hasn't it? Unbeknownst to me, that's so kind.
What I've also got here, I'm going to move slightly nearer to the camera so folk at home can see this. This is a framed print of one of Pauline Rook's photographs. It's a beautiful winter scene, and it's entitled Lopen to Chiselborough. And I think that you can work out, Nick, the reason why it's called that is it's a view from Lopen towards Chiselborough, and there's a whole bunch of cattle in the foregrounds.
Pauline, what a work of art.
It is. It's really
astonishing. I can almost smell, feel and hear that.
So that's Lopen. I think those are the sort of individual gifts. There's one coming from us, Nick. It's a serious book to help you in the next stages of your ministry, and 2 cartoons, sets of cartoons by Dave Walker, who does cartoons in the Church Times. It'll be a toss-up to see which is more useful. The humorous cartoons about the life of the Church of England, or the serious book on ministry. I think keep us posted on which one you find more useful. But like I say, that's going to have to catch you up. There are a couple of cards from individuals and from the parishes here, which I'll pass on to you. And I'm actually going to read this one out so that people at home know what sort of greeting we've sent to you. It's St Michael's Mount, which I know you know well.
I know it well.
And so this is the greeting from the benefice. You have been such a blessing to us in this benefice during your 3.5 years with us. Always positive, always a can-do attitude, creative, warm, caring, and lots of fun. Don't let the extra responsibility diminish these gifts. We will miss you. Stay in touch. God bless your future ministry. And that's from all in Merriott, Hinton, Lopen and Dinnington. And there's a couple of individual greetings here as well. But also there's a check here, which is all the various gifts that were gathered up from people who wanted to contribute to a gift for you. Various ideas like book tokens and things, and John Lewis vouchers were raised, but we think that the money would be perhaps more useful. So however you use it, whether you buy a cow, or books, or boat varnish, or a coffee table, it's entirely up to you. But there's £250 here for you to use as you wish. Just let us know how you do use it. We'd be quite amused to hear that. So that's from the whole benefice.
That is incredibly generous, you lovely people, and all those gifts are making me well up a bit.
There's a card from us. I won't read that one out. It's not rude.
No, I'm expecting.
But also, it was strongly felt that you will need some spiritual sustenance of the perhaps less godly type. So what we've also got here is a very fine bottle of Talisker Sky single malt, and we felt that this is strong stuff. It's about the most powerful whiskey that there is out there. Maybe a competition between that and Lagavulin, perhaps.
Lafroy, maybe.
But the thing is about this one is it's made by the sea, and we felt that the reference to your heritage and your life in the Navy ought to be honoured. So this is a seaborne, sea-made, seaside whiskey, and we know that you'll enjoy that. So lots of things there, and I think that's just a sign of the love and appreciation that we all feel for you and for your family and all the things that you've brought to us. We are going to miss you terribly, but we will stay in touch. So Nick, God bless, fair winds and Godspeed.
Thank you, Bob. I'll only get emotional if I say much more. Just lovely people, thank you so much. God bless you all. Thank you from Kath, myself, Ben, Tom and Jess. And we will stay in touch and we will be worshipping together, no doubt, in the future. Love you lots.